Here we are, back at it again with Dealership Digest. Today we're talking about you snakes in the grass out there, you little sleazeball salesman. There's nothing worse than getting a sleazy, slimy salesman that comes up to you, whether it be in the dealership, whether it be for your home services, or whether it be for any company, right? We get that salesperson that just rubs us the wrong way. You know what I mean? They feel like all they care about is their commission. They don't actually listen to us, right? Because we tell them things and they never hear what we're saying, right? They just come back at us with some more features, some more benefits, some, more rebuttals on why we need to buy the product now when we haven't even told them all of our emotions. We haven't even told them what we needed, what we're looking for, what payment we need to be at, right? We haven't told them anything yet, and they're already trying to sell us, right? We answer those phone calls. We get those automated phone calls, those sales phone calls. I know you know what I'm talking about. I get them all the time. You answer the phone and it's, Kathy trying to sell you a home warranty. What do? You hang up, right? Because it's slimy, it's sleazy. You couldn't even call me with a regular human being. You had to call me with a robot, right? I've never purchased anything from that kind of salesperson. And I'm sure there's some people out there that have bought from them, or else I'd have to think, or else they wouldn't be around. But most of the time they're probably batting 1% close ratio. They just call so many phone numbers that at 1%, that's a pretty good close ratio. But if you're a normal salesperson at a dealership, you don't have a list of people that you can just robo dial and you'll try to close, right? So you don't want to come off as a sleazy salesman. You don't want to do that. You've all heard the old adage. Some people say it different ways. I like adage. It sounds a little bit more eloquent there. But that every salesperson is greaseball, right? Every salesperson, people think if you're a salesperson, they think you're stealing people's money. You're out to make a commission. I mean, we don't have the best name as an industry when you talk about salespeople, regardless, whether it's in a dealership, whether it's in logistics, whether it's in whatever field you're in. Most people think about salesmen as slime balls, right? And we got to get rid of that, and we got to make sure we're focused on customers' emotions, right? Because that's why they think we're slimy. That's why we come off as sleazy, right? Because we're not listening to what they're saying. We're not asking quality questions. We're not asking questions to find out their emotions. We're not asking, who, what, when, where, why, how you're going to be using this product. We're not asking how is this going to affect your life? Why is it going to make it better? How is this going to add value? Why wouldn't it add value? We're not asking these fact-finding questions so that we can dig to our customers' true emotions, right? The sleazy salespeople are the ones that don't ask questions, right? They're the ones that talk more than they listen, right? I know you've heard that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. That's always stuck with me, right? Because in sales, you have to listen twice as much as you talk. And when you talk, you really should only be asking small questions like, how is this going to affect your life? Why does a boat mean so much to you? Why do you care so much about traveling the United States in a motorhome with your wife, right? What is that, 10 words? I don't know. Very easy question to ask. Not many words. You don't need much of my breath to say, hey, why does a motorhome mean so much to you and your wife and traveling the U.S.? Why do you even care? Right? But the response that I'm going to get for that question is going to be a loaded response. I'm going to get so much emotion from that husband and wife, and it's going to spark so many things in their thought process, in their mind, in their mind's eye of them traveling to Yellowstone and, to all these different places, the Grand Canyon, and, wherever they want to go. They're going to see those pictures built in their mind, and it's going to be strong for you, right? But if you're a sleazy salesperson and the first time you see somebody, you say, hey, come look at this, $800 a month vehicle, and they're a $200 a month buyer. Oh yeah, we got this new Mercedes Benz in. They came in to look at Toyota Corollas First thing you show them is a Mercedes-Benz, right? That's why have been, why salespeople have that sleazy connotation. It's because a customer comes in saying that they want X, Y, and Z, and some of the bad salespeople out there take advantage of it, shove them in a vehicle or a boat or a motorhome that doesn't fit their needs, that's $100 over their budget, and then, they're good with their words, so they're able to get them to sign the paper and kick them over the curb, and then a month later, that customer's got buyer's remorse, but they can't do anything because you can't take products back to a dealership. You can't take your car back. You can't bring your motorhome back. Once it's over the curb, we all know that in the dealership world, once it's over the curb, it's gone. We don't got to worry about you no more, right? Well, that's what a sleazy salesman thinks. If you're a good salesman, then you're focused on your customer's emotions. You don't want to do that to your customer. You want them to call you back in a year and say, man, we've loved this boat, we've loved this RV, we've loved this car so much that we've referred 3 of our friends to you, right? That's the call you want, because now I'm scaling my time, I'm scaling my business, I'm scaling my effort. And when you're able to do those things, you can become a top performer. But when you rake someone over the coals for, a $500 higher commission because, you wanted the commission spiff on this product and no other product has a spiff on it, so you put them into this product when you knew that wasn't what they needed, and now in 2 months they realize it's not what they needed because you're a sleazy, slimy, slick salesman. What was that? The 3 S's we'll call it. You're a 3S salesman, and now they call you back in a month and they're pissed. They're like, this is the worst decision I've ever made. This is why I hate coming to dealerships. This boat, motorcycle, car, RV doesn't do what I wanted it to do. You told me it was going to do X, Y, and Z. It's actually more expensive than you told me because of, gap insurance or whatever. I'm telling everybody on the internet. I'm writing a Google review. I'm writing a Facebook review. I'm telling all my friends never to work with you because you're a sleazeball, right? Not scaling your time, not scaling your effort. Now your customers are bad-mouthing you. If anything, it's kind of going backwards in the sense of scaling your time and effort, right? Because now customers are like, oh, I don't know if I want to work with that company. I don't know if I want to work with that salesman. That doesn't sound like somebody I want to work with. Just jam me in a car, boat, motorcycle, rake me over the coals for everything for a spiff or a little bit higher commission. When in reality, you should have been just showing them what they needed, a product that meets their emotions, needs, and wants, and selling them that product, right? Because again, if you want to be a top performer and not a sleazy salesperson, we have to be able to scale our time, scale our effort, and the way we do that is with good encounters with our customers. So it's never going to benefit you in the long run if you jam them up front of the deal and make an extra $500. It's going to cost you more money in terms of effort, in terms of scalability, in terms of your reputation than that $500 or that spiff is going to provide you, right? So what are some of the things sleazy salespeople do, right? Again, they talk more than they listen. They don't ask the right questions. When the customer tells a sleazy salesperson something, they don't actually hear what they're saying, right? So if you've ever seen this is the mark of it. If you're talking to a customer and you ask them a question and they say, oh, I already answered that for you. Oh, I already told you that, right? Well, if they already told you that, and this, I've seen salespeople do this multiple times where the customer will tell them something and then they ask again 5 or 10 minutes later the same question with different words. And then the customer gets irate. They're like, listen, I've told you this 100 times. That's the mark of a sleazy salesperson because you're not listening, right? What else do sleazy salespeople do? They put people in products that don't meet their needs for higher price points than they need to be. Listen, at the end of the day, you also got to get these buyers, a lot of them financed. Most of them aren't cash buyers. So it's also going to hurt you if you put customers in products that are out of their price range, because then getting them financed is a whole nother ballgame, right? Especially in the pandemic we're in now, banks aren't lending as easy as they were before the pandemic. So Again, all of this stuff comes into play on how much you're going to be able to scale your effort, talk to customers, create that experience that's going to make them remember you as a good salesperson and not a sleazy salesperson. And that's what's really going to be important when you're, talking to your customers, right? Because, like I said, I've heard it time and time again. I've been in sales for as long as I can remember. And any time that I tell somebody that I'm a salesperson, you always get that look, right? I know you guys and girls out there that are salespeople and have been career salespeople their whole life. You get that look like, oh, what do you do? Or you, and a lot of people, the funny thing, and you guys know this as much as I do, you guys and girls, they think that salespeople don't work. They think we don't do anything, right? We just sit back, we collect a paycheck, we make commission off of our customers, and that's all we do as salespeople, right? A lot of people have that viewpoint, and we have to start changing that as an industry, right? And no better way or no better place to change that than in the dealerships. Because, we've all heard about the used car salesman, right? That's a thing, right? Everybody's considered a used car salesman, right? So it came from the dealerships. People were burnt in the dealerships for that term to stick around so long. So we're already at a disadvantage when customers come to us because they're looking at us like we're sleazy. They're looking at us like we're going to try to take their money, like we're simply trying to make a commission. And when our customers feel that way about us, and then when they have an experience with us that doesn't do anything but perpetuate the fact that, yeah, we are sleazy, right? We're not listening to them. We're not asking the right questions. We're not saying, who, what, when, where, why, how is this going to change your life? How is it going to make you better? We're not asking, what you're looking for. We just want to show you the newest product and, get you on a monthly payment, get you financed out the door as fast as possible so that the unit can go over the curb and we can never see it again. Right? When we're doing that, well, we're getting that sleazy salesperson tag, and that's not good, right? So we got to do better. So, how do we not be sleazy, right? All these people think, hey, you're a sleazy salesperson. They have this connotation before they show up to the dealership that we're sleazy. In the back of their mind when we're showing them numbers and we're telling them certain things, they're thinking, man, this guy's sleazy, right? This car was $15,000 a minute ago. Now it's $14,000. Pretty sleazy. How'd you knock $1,000 off this car? Where is this money coming from, right? Because what I know is if you literally are giving me your best deal, you have nowhere to move. So if you come back to me a minute later and say, hey, here's $1,000 off this vehicle, oh, hey, we're bottom dollar price dealership. I don't know if I'll be able to get you a good deal. If I can get you $1,000 off, will you buy this unit today? Not a bad word track, right? Yeah, we'll do that. You come back, great news, got $1,000 off. You going to sign right here? Well, we still need to think about it. Well, you just told me that if I got you $1,000 off, you're going to buy it. What do you need to think about? Well, we just need to think about it. They walk off. I'm sure you've had that customer before. Why do you think they walked off? Because they got a weird taste in their mouth when you took $1,000 off the unit out of nowhere. Your numbers, they don't seem legitimate when you can just take $1,000 off at a whim, right? So now how much more can you take off that vehicle, right? I gave you a little pressure as a dealer to take $1,000 off. You took $1,000 off. So now if I give you a little bit more pressure, you're going to take another $1,000 right off, right? So how do we overcome that? Me, I was always upfront with people. I say, listen, we don't negotiate at this dealership. We don't negotiate. We give you the best price from the very beginning, and that's what it is, right? So I'm going to show you a unit that meets your needs, meets your wants, meets your emotions, solves all your issues at the price you need it. And if it's the right unit, you're going to buy it. If it's not, no big deal. I wouldn't even ask you to buy it. Sound fair enough? Right? So I'll set an intro like that. And the reason I'm doing an intro like that is so that my customer understands right from the beginning that I'm not going to knock any numbers off of the boat, RV, motorcycle, car, whatever you're buying. I'm not going to lower the price because, well, I'm giving you the best price from the very beginning because I'm a transparent and non-sleazy salesperson. I don't have an extra $1,000 in my unit to just take off my unit. If I did, then I'd be a sleazy salesperson, the ones that you don't like dealing with. So we don't do that here at our dealership. That's how I always overcame that. Is I was real honest up front. Listen, we're a one price dealer. We don't give you money off of the unit. We're not your traditional style, haggle and negotiate dealership. So we give you the best price from the very beginning. Now what that tells the customer is, hey, listen, these guys are transparent. They're not playing games, and they can get down with something like that, right? But when you tell a customer, hey, this is a $15,000 boat, car, RV, motorcycle, whatever it is, and then 40 minutes later you're taking $1,000 off, in the closing box, that's a little sleazy, right? So how do we not become a sleazy salesperson, right? We ask the right questions. We ask who, what, when, where, why, and how you're going to be using your unit, your RV, boat, motorcycle, car, right? We listen to their answers. There's nothing worse than when a customer tells a salesperson something and then the salesperson asks them the question again, right? That's not good. So we got to make sure that we're listening to our customers. We're remembering their needs, their emotions, their wants, because that shows them that we care. If we were sleazy, we wouldn't care. But since we're not sleazy, we care about what you say. We remember what you say. We remember your needs, your wants, your emotions. We remember those things, and when I show you my product or service, I'm going to show you exactly how my product, my RV, boat, car, motorcycle, whatever, is going to meet your needs specifically. Not a blanket, not some blanket needs that, every biker wants. Yours specifically, right? What that says to my customers, hey, I listen to you. I actually care what you're saying. I actually care about your needs, and I actually want to provide you with a product that meets those needs, wants, and emotions, right? And that's how you are looked at as someone that's not a sleazy salesperson, right? You're not upselling people on a product that they can't afford for a spiff, right? You're putting them in the products that meet their needs, wants, and emotions. And again, what that's going to do for you in the long run is it's going to allow you to scale your time. It's going to allow you to scale your effort. It's going to bring you referral business, and it's going to be worth its weight in gold. But so many people, so many salespeople get caught up in making the fattest commission off every deal that they possibly can, that they forget that we're here to take care of our customers' needs, wants, and emotions. And the salespeople that sell the most products, the salespeople who are the top performers in their industry, and the salespeople who, do abnormal things that other salespeople don't do, are the ones that are customer-centric and that are focused on meeting their customers' needs, wants, and emotions, right? Because that's, at the end of the day, that's how we as salespeople don't look sleazy, right? We have to care about our customers. We have to care about their pocketbooks. We have to care about their needs, wants, and emotions. And we have to care so much that when we know that they should buy our product because it will benefit their life in multiple positive ways, that we close the deal and we don't let them walk, right? That's part of being a good salesperson too, is not letting our customers walk when we know they should be buying the unit, right? So help me, help your fellow dealership salespeople, and help salespeople across the board change the old adage that, we're just used car salesmen. We're just sleazy salespeople, right? Let's not be sleazy salespeople. Let's listen to our customers' emotions, needs, wants. Let's meet their needs, wants, and emotions, and let's make so much commission because we are such a value to our customers that they couldn't live without us. That's how you become a great salesman and not a sleazy salesman. This is Dealership Digest. We'll see you on the next one, and we'll keep talking about how to grow your sales, how to grow your internet leads, and how to grow your dealership in the digital age. Thank you for watching Dealership Digest, presented by IMR.
To see more episodes, subscribe to our YouTube channel or like our Facebook page.
And if you need digital training for your dealership, then visit us online at imr.training
Or infiniteMediaResources.com.